Corey.
The Corey?
Yes.
Okay.
Sent me a picture he painted.
Aw. I'm glad he's still doing his artsy thing.
Yeah, him a yacht. And the things he says to me just makes me crumble. I'm like, he leaves me speechless every fucking day.
He can still
I'm
do
like,
it.
nigga, why did we never? But you know what? It's fine. Stay your ass over there.
Right.
I'm be over here. And so he sent me the picture and bought it over here. And goes, my son rather, bought the picture over. And he was like, I saw this from Mr. Corey. And I said, oh, I said, this has to be a painting. It has to be something. It has to be a picture or something. So we open it. And he was like, Mr. Corey was always my favorite. And I said,
he was my favorite.
I be picking them, don't I? So, except for the one that I married, but that's a whole nother story. And the one in Atlanta.
You were influenced a little bit.
Yeah, there was that. And then also the one that left me in Augusta.
Still.
Yeah. You were so bad about that.
Still having issues with that. Like him and Ron. I
like,
want to do terrible things.
Girl, it doesn't matter. He started a good thing. So it's like out of trauma. Look at
from the ashes.
Yeah, from the dookie comes the flower. And oh my God. That's the truth though. Dookie is fertilizer. From the dookie comes the flower.
The way the Buddhists basically say it is like no mud, no lotus.
Oh, is that what they say?
A little bit cleaner.
Okay. Boo-boo flowers.
Girl, them ain't nothing but boo-boo flowers.
Where there's shit, there's flowers.
Someone brings you flowers like, is these boo-boo flowers?
Look, we're going to have a call back when things go really south with your relationship.
Right.
And I'm going to be like, it's okay. These are boo-boo flowers.
It's all right, baby. It's just dookie flowers. Talk nice to me, Andi. Be like, it's just dookie flowers,
boo-boo
baby.
flowers, baby.
And I'm be like, you know what, Andi? Fuck that shit!
Right. And then she's going to flip over a coffee table. The glass is going to go
fuck
flying.
about none of this. But he's like, he was my favorite. And I was like, oh, I said, Cub is not your favorite? And he was like, I mean, Mr. Cubby's cool. I don't really know him that well. I said, oh, no. He's not a Mr. Cubby.
He's just a Cubby.
Y'all are right here.
Right. I was like, he's not a Mr. Cubby.
And actually, you're Mr. you're Mr. Tony's son. And he is Cubby.
Right. Exactly.
If we're being honest.
If we're being totally honest. And I said, no. I said, y'all are around the same age. And goes, what? Mom, what? I am disgusted. Literally throws the box down. He's like, nope, I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear it anymore. Goodbye. No, goodbye.
I can visualize it. I can see it.
No. And you know how he talks. Yeah. No, I don't want to hear. Stop talking. Leave me alone. Stop. Mom, be quiet. Mom, shut up. Mom, shut up. Quiet. Shh. Dropped that fucking box and was like, I'm out of here.
Oh, goodbye, that baby.
Goodbye.
It's that good.
Not tonight, though. And we need to hurry because we got to get Andi out of here pretty soon. So.
What?
I'm trying to get the energy up. Was gonna say, you saw how I ended after that. You saw, like at some juncture, I almost shut down. I was like, "Bitch, if you don't get it together over here." So this is me getting it together. Getting my brain sloshed up. Slash it up. You ate too much Chipotle, you dummy. That's what you get.
Stop being mean to yourself.
I am.
Stop it.
You ate too much Chipotle, you dummy.
I knew she was gonna do some shit like that.
That wasn't. Don't talk to me nice. Me. Talk to me nice. Okay. Yeah. All right.
See,
I hit the microphone. Hold on.
Okay, I was gonna say I didn't say anything.
I hit the microphone.
No head bob.
I literally was like, okay, all right. Jesus, what happened? That is disgusting. Sitting in the back of my,
I don't know what's happening, but I don't like it.
It was sitting in the back of my nose, and when I breathed in, it went down my throat. I was like,
I hate when that happens.
But it was that was it for me.
you hoes ready?
We ready?
Yeah, let's get it.
Hello and welcome to Multiple Gap Wounds. My name is Toni.
I'm Angie.
And I'm Andi, and we are three Gen X women of color gabbing candidly about anything and every damn thing.
Every day I be hustling.
I listen to that on the way to work from time to time because I need it.
But, yeah,
Every
girl.
day I'm hustling.
You know what? What do I listen to? I'll listen to Black Parade to get me going. I'll listen to Unwritten.
Oh yeah.
I'll listen to Get on Your Feet by Gloria
wow.
Estefan.
Yeah.
Because it's like
Because we're ancient.
right. But that song is the shit. It still
is.
makes
It
me
is.
want to be in the car getting on my feet.
See, but when I hear that song, it reminds me of Parks and Rec. Because there's something that happens in Parks and Rec to that song.
no.
And it's awesome.
Is
So,
it?
yes,
Okay.
it's
So
funny.
no,
It's
I
funny.
haven't. I'm not a Parks and Recs fan, so I haven't seen it. But those are the kind of the songs that kind of get me up and going. I'll listen to "I'm That Girl" by Beyonce. Like, it's a lot of Beyonce, of course. It's a lot of Beyonce. So it'll be Ape Shit. It'll be. Remember a long time ago when you and I put together a Spotify playlist of like pick me up kind of music. We wrote it down, but we never actually like put it on a playlist. And
Was
I think
it the
I
one
did.
that we were trying to do for What's Her Face?
That's what I was about to say.
I still have that, like, fight songs. or
Yes,
something like
exactly.
that.
I feel like I put those songs on that particular list. And as a matter of fact, whenever I go to Spotify, I see it on there and I'm like, I still like these songs. So I'm going to listen to it. I should change the name of it considering I created it, I think. You said for What's Her Face. Anywho. Woo! Niggas, it's been a week, is all we're saying.
It has been.
And we have we really kind of we've been through some things. We still going through some things. We're gonna once again skip our weeks and we're gonna get right down to it. All right, go first, Angie.
I was going to say, okay.
I mean, because it's only one letter difference.
My first question is, has that hair on your chin popped out yet? Mine comes out every 3 months or so.
Right,
Not quite
right
yet, though.
here is there's two of them. One happens like here, like in the crease of my neck. Yeah, y'all can't hear. I'm moving my mouth from the thing so I can lift my neck up. And then there's another one that comes like right here. It is. Oh, I feel it.
Is it? It's
I
there.
feel it, but you can't see it.
Yeah.
You can't
I
see-
only have one, and it shows up like every 3 months or so, and it's not there yet, but it just made me.
See, I have PCOS, so it's common for me. And so my husband has become accustomed, because it's orgasmic for me, for him to pluck it. It feels so much better when it's gone.
It would be
Right, it does.
orgasmic for me to pluck it. I want to pluck it.
Oh no, I like it. I sit up there, I'll feel it, but then I'll sit there and I'll pluck at it with my fingers, and of course my fingernails aren't
It
long
slips
enough to
off.
like really do anything.
No, when it finally releases,
get that
Yes.
oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and,
Yeah, we.
y'all,
Whatever.
Look, we do be having sex. I swear we do. We do. But there are some things that feel better than sex. Is
I was
all I'm
gonna
saying.
say, I'm just.
And getting that one random fucking hair off of your
Always.
goddamn chin would definitely be one of them.
That actually had nothing to do with what I was actually going to talk about. I just got reminded because I had my hand up by my
you
chin,
felt
and I
it,
was
you were
like,
like, oh, this.
I was like, this is usually where that hair comes in.
You were like, my nemesis is back.
So I guess the only thing that I just wanted to let y'all know that it's been 25 years since a fantastic horror movie was released, and that would be The Sixth Sense. And my memories of that is going to the movies to see it and then being scared shitless. And then I came home because I was living with a roommate at the time. and I slept with my blankets over my head the whole night, and it was really stuffy in there, but I wasn't willing. I was willing to suffocate rather than take the blankets. And please understand, I was like 25 years old. No, actually, I think it was like 27.
But still, it's like those blankets protect you.
Yes.
And you can't stick your foot out because they'll get you that way too.
Exactly.
If you let your foot be exposed, that's the only part that they can get is the part that's out from under the blanket.
I would lift like the corner a little bit. I didn't even want to see out. I just needed enough air to come in so I could,
so that you could breathe,
and then try to go back to
now
sleep.
see, for me, the protection of the blanket extends to my face, like the part that's sticking out, because I will have the blanket here and then I'll have the blanket right across here so that my nose and my lips are sticking out so I can breathe.
Yes.
And the protection of the blanket kind of just extends over that, like invisible, but it's still there.
I can't,
just so that you know it is still protected. If you put your face out.
My whole head is unprotected because I can't stand things touching my face.
Oh no, that's my favorite
part. But I was
part.
so terrified that night that I risked it.
You were like,
So-
no, I'll die today.
Yeah, right.
Of my own volition, not because some ghost came and got me.
Not because some ghost in the tent came and got me. So that was just my thoughts on The Sixth Sense, and like now I watch it. It's still a great movie in my opinion.
Yeah, it is actually a really
and
good
it
movie.
still kind of creeps me out a little bit, but at that point, it was fucking terrifying.
I told you I met Bruce Willis.
Yes,
I did. Bruce Willis was one of my favorite celebrities to meet when I worked at Sony Picture Studios. And I was working there as a security person at the time. It was before I became a writer. And he was working on What Lies Beneath? That one was the one with Michelle Pfeiffer.
was he in that, or was that Harrison Ford?
Maybe that was Harrison Ford.
Yeah,
I think
Harrison Ford.
it was some movie that he was working on. I don't remember which movie he was working on, but he was working on a movie, and I was doing the little patrolling thing, and he was getting ready to go outside to smoke a cigarette. He turned to me. He was like, "Are you security?" And I said, "Yes." And he was like, "Come outside and guard my body." And I was like,
As you do.
And so I walked outside, and we just sat there and like kind of shot the shit and smoked a cigarette. Both of us smoked a cigarette, and we were shooting the shit.
Aww.
And
Moonlighting is flashing through my head.
Oh, I know.
Is it?
I used to
Yeah.
love that show.
No, he was, and I remember specifically because he was almost dressed like Moonlighting because he was wearing slacks and like a wife beater.
Yeah.
And he like,
that's Die Hard.
I know.
oh, is that okay?
Well, Die Hard, the original movie, came out in like '89, something like that.
Right. No,
so-
this was something else. But we sat there and we just kind of shot the shit, and he was smoking his little cigarette, and and I'm like, and I wasn't like dumbfounded because I'd been seeing celebrities a lot because the Sony Picture Studio, of course I'm seeing them.
I was going to say you were working at a studio.
Right, exactly. So yeah, and he was one of the nicest people. Of course, you're going to say that because I don't know him from Adam.
I just
but other
feel
than that,
like he would have been one of the
he was
nicest
very cool, and those eyes were fucking stunning. And I hate what's happening to him right now.
I do too. That
I
breaks
utterly
my
hate
heart.
it because to a degree I feel like he doesn't deserve it.
Right.
But mind
He
you,
doesn't deserve it.
But well, see, we don't know him. Okay, and we have
No
to
one
be careful.
deserves to
I was
have
going to
that.
say, do they deserve that unless they're Trump?
I don't think
no.
anyone
Or J.D.
deserves
Vance.
Let me tell you something. Because the reason why I say stuff like that is because Anthony Bourdain. I loved Anthony Bourdain, and he was one of my favorites. He
did.
inspired me to travel
I'm
and
getting
all of that other
misty.
stuff. Are you?
I loved him.
I did too. I absolutely loved him, and I've read all of his books.
Mm-hmm.
He was a huge inspiration to me. His lawyer, who is a friend of mine, was like, that man was a dick.
Really?
Yes. And
But you know what? I could kind of see that.
yes, I can see that too.
You know what? Because he
I
kind
can
of had
see
that.
it. He did have that rock and roll dick kind of,
Yes.
whatever the fuck, I don't give a fuck. He did have that kind of thing. And we know what he showed us of him.
Right.
But who he actually was something completely different.
I was reading something and I totally missed who we were talking about.
Anthony Bourdain.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So it's like
I actually knew that. I'm
I
sorry.
appreciate the fact that you bought that shit up. but yeah, so it's like I've learned to stop making assumptions about people based on what I know in the public, unless I know that motherfucker. Because again, But and there are people I've met actual celebrities where I'm like, oh, this nigga's cheating on his wife, you know, or oh, this nigga's a real dick, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or this nigga is really sweet.
Right.
You know, I'm just calling these everybody's a nigga as far as I'm concerned, right? Yeah. Based on what I know, and I feel like I always need to qualify that. Based on what I know, this is what this person was like. But his lawyer tells me differently.
Yeah.
He's like, I couldn't stand that nigga.
What I'm saying is being intimate with Alzheimer's and dementia, no one deserves that. No one. You're trapped
That's
in.
true. You're seeing it up close and personal.
You're trapped in your own body. You don't know,
and you're afraid,
you have no concept of what's going on. You think everything you're saying is true and right, and there's nothing wrong with you. You're perceived in a different way than you can rationalize. I don't wish that on.
I wish
anybody.
it on Trump. So
I'm not gonna lie, I do.
Yeah, I wish that shit on Trump. I wish that shit on that motherfucker over in Russia. I absolutely do, and I think that they don't get enough hell on this earth. When people say that heaven and hell don't exist, that you make them what they are right here and right now, they're not catching the hell that they deserve.
Right,
and
that's
so
true.
Therefore, when you say I wouldn't wish that on anybody, I absolutely would.
Right.
1,000,000%.
I can't, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I get you. I feel you.
And this is why you are the moral center.
Yeah,
of this
exactly.
group.
Oh yeah, this is why you are the heart, literally. Because if it wasn't for you, Andy, we would have wrapped this shit a long time ago, bitch.
We would have literally ran it into a wall. It and ourselves into a wall. What happened? No, we actually walked into a wall. We were running and trying to do a podcast and ran into a wall.
It's interesting. People who have heard our show have said specifically, like, y'all, number one, sound like you're having a really good time. They say that all the time. They say, y'all sound like you're having a great time and that y'all's chemistry really mixed. Oh, and they were like, but y'all have very distinct personalities.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's for sure. For real.
Well, that's why we work.
I think so. I think so, for sure. Don't get me to get in here and getting a little love fest going. But I also think because there's also a mutual respect in all of those things. We don't just be taking that shit for granted.
No.
What are you doing? Burping?
Burping. I was trying not to do it.
Do it in the mic because that shit is funny.
Because but I see you gonna call bitch out. Even though I broke my back trying to turn around and not burp in the mic.
I know, and you did it a couple of times when you were vaping. I was like, okay, she's trying to blow the smoke. But when you turned and there was no smoke coming out, I was like, is you burping?
She's trying to distract us from spitting up earlier.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that shit was funny. And because of my bowels acting a fool over here, they are making noises. And I'm like, girl, if you don't shut
Them
up.
bowels.
And she's like, drink some more of that prebiotic and see if I don't mess you up. Not a probiotic, y'all. A prebiotic.
Fuck around and find out.
I have a question.
Yes.
What is the most useless thing that you still have memorized?
I think mice are rather nice. Their tails are small, their tails are long, their face is small, they haven't any chins at all. They nibble things they shouldn't touch, and no one seems to like them much. But I think mice are nice.
Really?
That was the very first poem I ever learned, at 3.
Oh.
Why?
What was the question again?
What is the most useless thing that you still have memorized?
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st, 2nd Samuel, 1st, 2nd Kings, Israel, Nehemiah, Esther. That's not quite the whole Old Testament, but
yeah, because then you start getting into Habakkuk and Tobacco and Ja Rule.
Chewbacca.
Right. Also, 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese,
pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
Y'all youngins don't know that.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all also don't know nothing about the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head, fever, so you can rest medicine.
Oh my God, memories.
My ADHD brain is. You don't want to get trapped in here. I don't even know what's in there.
Hello, because every now and again I'll bust out with song lyrics, and I'll be like, "Where the fuck did that song come from?"
I was gonna say, early in the morning, I put breakfast at your table. I make sure that you have your coffee and cream. Your eggs are over easy. Your toast done lightly.
Full Superwoman.
All that's missing is the morning kiss that you used to give me. Now you say the juice is sour. It used to be so sweet. Like, I don't know why.
Honestly, that was a great fucking song.
It really was. It really was.
My 17-year-old self, what the fuck do I know about being a superwoman?
Thank
But
you.
I was sing the hell out of
Thank you.
it.
I'm not your superwoman. Wasn't say no. My what was it? My 19-year-old self talking about as we lay.
Same here. Actually,
We forgot
16.
about tomorrow as we lay.
I was listening
Were
to
we
the
16?
original.
Is that how old we were?
16,
Jesus, I was a
my
baby.
mom was upset that I was singing them lyrics.
What the fuck is you laying up with?
Right? Do you know what that song's about? Adultery. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm smart enough to know that that's what it's about. But I like it.
Look at that one and at the dark end of the street. Y'all don't know that one?
I don't think I remember
that's
that one.
They're gonna find us. I can't even remember that man's name.
What
but that
about
was
Secret Love?
Secret Lover.
We knew all the
And
adultery songs.
That's what we are. Look at
Teenage 14 Secret Lovers. That was 14.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez
Because I was
Louise.
in- yeah.
I was
in junior high.
overseas. Yes. How did I know? Oh, I know.
Well, that's when it first came out. So you probably heard it when you came back, or did you hear it
No,
overseas?
I heard it. I'm sure I heard it over the seas. I'm sure it was over the seas. Literally.
Over the sea.
Little crabs
I'm
dancing
sure I
around.
have heard it because we had Top of the Pops. And we
Oh,
had
yeah, that's right.
We had Casey Kasem.
Kasem,
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
So it was like either the British Top of the Pops or Casey Kasem.
Yeah.
The reason why I asked is because it was on Ask Reddit, and I thought it was funny because
It is funny.
some people, one of the top answers is old phone numbers that don't exist anymore.
923-4637.
763-9010.
that was
86753 on that.
923-4637 was my phone number when I lived in South Dakota. When I was in my
Right.
single fucking digits.
Yeah. Yeah.
777-9311.
What other answers did they give?
So they also have the alphabet backwards.
That I don't know.
I don't know that. Someone said the numbers and then said it's the barcode for Cadbury cream eggs.
Oh, because they
Jesus.
must have worked at a Cadbury spot or something.
Something. I don't know. Then someone said manatees fart to control buoyancy.
Huh. I wonder if that would work with us. If I ever decide I need to sink, just there it is.
No, because fat floats.
It
So
does,
your
and I'm
titties are going to
just-
keep you in the air, goddamn. Your titties are not going to let you go nowhere.
I am chock full
You
of
will
fat
never die.
between my titties and my stomach.
Yeah, look at
Just gonna be arched in the water.
Yeah, no, I learned that pretty quickly that the titties and if I
Right.
and if I take a deep breath, then the air in my lungs causes me to stay buoyant. Yep.
That's good to know in case we get into like a plane crash or something.
I don't.
I'm taking myself out. I'm not
Don't
dealing
you
with
speak
this
that
shit.
this shit? Don't you look at?
Oh, never mind.
Squash that
I
in the name
back.
of Jesus.
I take that back. So, this one brought me some memories. How to play hot cross buns on a recorder.
Oh my God.
Our poor parents.
That and Frere Jacques.
Yes, Frere Jacques. Yeah.
Wait, what's the other one? What is the thing that I learned to play? I personally, on the piano and the recorder, learned to play this song called "Lord, Let Me Be a Light." It would go do 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 do.
You were so proud because you did them.
I did it.
You
like
and
when
your
I was
dexterity.
Yes, on the piano, especially, I would be like, bing, bing, bing. It started with middle C. That's why it was the easiest. Bing, 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 bing. I don't know why I still know how to play that shit.
I just feel I'm so glad I never had to do the recorder thing, but I feel bad for my mom because I had the violin, and I know that had to be painful.
I think the
And those are
recorder's worse.
expensive
Yeah, I
too.
would think so too.
Someone said Fire and Ice by Robert Frost. Someone else said Beware the Jabberwocky.
Me and the road not
Right.
taken.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like,
You were
two
like,
roads
that-
diverge.
But it's not useless because she uses it when we're doing
that's
sound
true.
checks.
Thank you.
That's
And
true.
sometimes I use it for my job.
Okay.
Well, true, true.
Okay. Yeah. So someone said all the U.S. presidents in order.
Nah, fuck them.
I don't need
Yeah, I
to know
don't give a
that.
fuck about those.
Fuck
niggas.
all of them except one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to know that.
Did you know that Jimmy Carter was still alive?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
he's like,
He wants to stay alive so he can vote.
in the next election. I
Nice.
was like, you know what, niggas, stay
I'm
here
here
for
for it.
it. He's been in hospice for a year and a half. That nigga's like,
Really?
I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what?
love
You
it.
done ate enough peanuts in your life to live a lifetime. You good. You good, sir.
So the last one just reminds me of when we went to go see The Blackening. Not the O.O. O'Reilly, but someone said J.G. Wentworth.
It's
877 cash now.
And I want
And
it
now,
now.
that's it.
J.G. Wentworth, call 877.
That's
cash
y'all.
out.
Y'all know that shit. That's a Texas thing. I wasn't here for that shit.
And then Roy G. Biv, too.
Yes, Roy did. Violet, indigo, blue and green, yellow, orange and red.
And I also learned never eat southern watermelon for
For the
north,
north
east,
south.
southwest.
What did I say? Never eat spider webs. That's what I
Okay.
got. Yeah.
Gross. I learned never eat sour watermelon.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yep. There you go. All of it.
Either way, that's
That
still-
reminds me, only Gen X. We're the only generation that really know how to count to 12 the right way.
One, two,
What do
three,
you
four,
mean?
5,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm trying to think. That's the only one. We know that one. We also know that C is for cookie. That's good enough for me.
the one that I love that I can't remember it all the time because I forget, and it's supposed to be a memorizing thing, is when she goes to the market. She needs to get a loaf of bread.
A loaf of bread, a stick of butter.
Right. We don't know what the fuck.
See, but I see it because
no.
it's supposed to be a remembering thing, but I don't have any memory. I know it's a loaf of bread, a stick of butter, and one more thing, and I can't remember what the one thing is.
Okay, Google.
I know about conjunction junction.
A loaf
Yes.
of bread, a
Conjunction.
stick of butter, and what else?
They probably pulled up some porn site with a loaf of bread and a stick of butter.
Oh,
You're like, oh my God.
Let me try again. On Sesame Street, the little girl went to the store to buy a loaf of bread, a stick of butter, and what else? A loaf of bread, a container of milk, and a stick of butter.
there you go.
That's it.
There we go.
I put my little microphone on while you were speaking, so it will come up on mine too. And I'm like,
And that's it. She was like, a loaf of bread, a container of milk, and a stick of butter. That's also how I learned cerrado, entrada. Cerrado, entrada.
we were some PBS bitches.
That's how I learned Spanish.
We stayed up on some PBS.
No, I just thought the memory thing was really kind of cute because it's just what do different people remember? It kind of it just makes me see another side of someone when I think about what they remember. For
Yes.
me, it's like, oh, she likes heartbreak type songs.
Somebody once said that, like, they were like, women love songs. Like, they were almost saying something to the effect of, that's just like what we naturally sing. I was like, no, we don't. And then I had to listen up to the songs that I sang, and I was like, oh, bitch. You out here listening to her. You out here listening to SZA. You out here listening to Beyonce. You are listening, and we be listening to like lots of love music, love songs, love music.
Yeah.
Thames.
I listened to a lot of Toni Braxton. And you know you're either making
girl
me
was
high or you're unbreaking my heart.
Yeah, my favorite song that she ever did was "Love Should Have Brought You Home Last Night."
It makes me think of Halle Berry going, and love should have
You
brought your ass home last night.
Yes.
And it's so funny because Lucky Day sings a version of that song, and I love his version. It's so good. But now, look, let me go ahead and put that on my Amazon right now because I'm about to. The moment I shut this microphone off, I'm gonna play it. What else were we going to talk about?
I've got.
I want more questions.
You want? Okay.
I like answering questions.
Here's a good question.
Okay.
Unless I'm in a police station and they want to know
Then we're
some
like,
shit I did
fuck
the night
you.
before.
Right.
Let's just make sure we don't end on a bad question. But this one could go either way. What's something fucked up that happened to you as a kid that you didn't think twice about until adulthood?
I've got a couple of them, and it's just comments from teachers for me that teachers would say these foul things to me,
like racist things.
Not necessarily racist, more of along the idea that no one knew what the fuck ADHD was.
Got it.
And so they would say these bullshit things, and I didn't really think about it until as an adult I'll be like, that's fucked up. You shouldn't say that to a kid.
You know, it's difficult. It is hard because their brains ain't cooked.
What about you?
When I lived in England, I did have a teacher tell me, and it didn't really dawn on me until my parents came up there and was like, we will own this place. Where it was a British teacher and he was basically being racist. And he said, I don't care what you people do in America, but you won't do that here.
Oh.
And I was like, and I was young all I'd ever really known. I mean, I knew America, but I mainly knew England.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's
right.
like I'd been overseas at that point longer than I'd been in the
America,
US.
yes,
right. So I was like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about?
Right. It's like, I don't know what us people do there.
And people didn't really know, for the most part, that I was American until I opened my mouth. Well, they didn't know because I had a British accent.
Yeah.
So they didn't know until I told them. Then they were like, oh, you sound just like us, that type of thing. So they usually would think that I was Jamaican, but
really,
well, because Jamaicans had a strong presence over there at the time.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a Jamaican accent that was mixed with a British accent. So I don't know. I was just like
that
a little
sounds
outlier.
like it would be an interesting accent.
It is pretty much the Jamaican accent, but it's a lot clearer.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because it's the British accent.
Not quite as much patois?
Yes, because the British accent is mixed in with it, and so it's a lot clearer. I can understand British Jamaicans much more than I can Jamaicans.
Nah, I got you.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, when I was in middle school, my best friend at the time invited me over for a sleepover. So I was probably in 6th grade when this happened. So I'm a year older than my daughter at the time. I'm my daughter right now. And she had 2 older sisters, and her uncle was watching us, and he came in the room and he said, y'all want to watch a movie with me? And we're like, sure. It was porn. It came out he brought out one of those projectors with the reels.
Oh, wow.
I had no idea.
You had to set that shit up.
Yes. And I had no idea what I was looking at. I thought this was normal because I had never experienced this before, and everyone was just sitting around watching it. I'm like, it made me uncomfortable, but I didn't understand why. 12.
How old was the uncle?
Oh, he
was probably in his 30s.
He should have been put under the jail.
I had no idea that it was not right until I got older, and I was like, that happened.
Who does that?
Right.
He molested one of those girls that night.
He had to have. That's what I'm thinking. He had to have. It had to be
one. Oh my God!
of,
we're just fortunate that you weren't the girl.
Right.
Wow.
He molested one of them girls that night. I know he did.
He had to. And I spent the night over there. So it's like, I mean, I had other fucked up shit happen in my life, but I dodged a bullet with that one at 12 years old.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit. I had no, like, when that memory came back to me, because I saw her on Facebook. I saw this girl on Facebook, and I was just like, and all of a sudden that memory hit me. And I'm like, fuck that shit.
Girl, you know your uncle is a pedophile, right?
I couldn't even talk to her.
He showed us porn. Like, he set up a projector.
It was a projector.
Right. It takes time. You had time to think about what you were getting ready to do.
He set up the screen. He set up the projector. You got to wind the reels and shit like that. Like, you had to make sure everything was just right.
That is wild to me. A bunch of 12-year-old girls.
Well, 12, 14, and 16.
Yep, one of them absolutely got it.
Yeah, it was really fucked up.
Men have been a tragedy for a long time.
A long time.
I mean, women, don't get it twisted. Women have been a tragedy as well, but not at the rate that you niggas have.
No, and not in the same way. My God, y'all don't know how to just take it an inch.
Thank you. Y'all can't be.
Not
only be able to because they only have an inch.
I was going to say, actually, you do. Just not in the right situations.
So I have a Reddit question.
Okay.
And I was reading it because one of the things that I follow on Reddit was dating over 40.
Yes.
I don't know why I've even been looking at that because I don't give a fuck about that. But I guess to a degree I do, because I want to know if the issues that are happening in your 40s and up are any different than that which is happening in your 30s and your 20s, right? Mm-hmm. So this woman says, I feel like my new boyfriend is taking advantage of me. I've moved him here from Texas after my recent divorce was finalized. He got a job in the meantime, but in the meantime, I've been paying for everything. He lives in my house and drives my vehicle. He even traded the tires on my vehicle for an even trade, even though I told him I wasn't interested in that. He keeps trying to take control of things, and every time I disagree with what he's doing, he says I'm making him feel like a child. I cook, I clean, I do laundry, I work 50 hours a week. I really don't need this stress.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, don't. Yeah, you don't. No, you don't.
Seems like regardless of what I do for him, it will never be good enough. I didn't escape an abusive relationship to go into another one.
Yes,
Am
you did.
I overthinking
You just
this?
did that,
right?
But see, and that's what she says. Am I overthinking this?
No.
And,
Bitch, no.
But see, here's the dealio, though. She moved his ass from Texas to where the fuck she is right now.
She's participating in the dysfunction.
And honestly, she's saying that, I'm paying for everything, but is it that he can't afford to pay for everything?
Right. Did you offer?
Thank you. Can he not contribute to it? Is he doing is he working at like Dollar General or some shit?
Did you not set expectations before he came
Thank
in?
you. Because you're not coming here without paying half this rent.
Right.
And take a bill or two.
Or say, for this period of time, I understand if you can't pay anything for this period of time, 2 weeks, but then you find a job and then you'll start paying me, whatever.
Keep your first paycheck so
Right.
that you can pay off whatever little debts that you need to pay.
Right.
But that next paycheck belongs to me.
Right.
Or some of it. Anyway.
Something.
Right. But it's like
You living in this house and driving my car.
But she's saying, am I being taken advantage of?
Yes.
But she's not giving me enough information as to whether or not she even asked to make these arrangements.
Right.
If
True.
and again, she moved him there and he's got a job. And so I'm like, why are you not asking him if he can do any of this stuff?
Right.
As opposed to sitting up there talking about, I feel like I'm in an abusive relationship. And why is she why does she feel like she's in an abusive relationship? She's saying I didn't escape an abusive relationship to go into another one, but
This isn't abusive, but he's taking advantage.
Absolutely.
I think she's getting her words mixed up, because for him to do that trade with her tires when she said not to, that is taking advantage of someone. That is crossing a boundary. I set this boundary, you crossed it. So
one of the things that somebody said was like, you're not his girlfriend, you're his sugar mama. And then
well.
another one said, what does he do for you? And somebody else said he lays pipe. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you.
She might be digmatized.
She
Thank you.
digmatized, exactly.
Some of that will absolutely do it. That's what that's a nigga they call a hobosexual. That nigga will be like, I will sit up here and I will slang this dack for rent.
Yes. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
For rent and transportation.
Pretty much. And bitches, let's not act brand new.
And that's why
we let them. And I'm
why
going to
Papa
say
is a
we
Rolling
because
Stone.
I've had that shit. Okay? I absolutely remember that one.
You sure did for a long ass time.
Yes, she
For
did.
a long ass time, but you did excuse it for a good reason.
Just post it all up in the corner of your house. So it's like, he's still here.
And he's
Right.
not walking your dog.
Right, not doing
Nothing.
none of that shit. And I was like,
Except
and then
that dick. He was doing that.
he really was though, and that's the surprising part, because when you look at him,
You
you'd be
wouldn't
like,
think.
No.
really? Right? But no, he could slang that shit. I was like, oh, wait a minute! Like the very first time, I was like,
Oh
I clutched my pearls. I was like,
Oh my stars.
nigga, what? Okay, you might be able to come back here once or twice. And then he ended up moving in.
Right.
But I was trying to, but see, that situation was, I was trying to help him because I thought that he was trying to do something else to get into a place of his own or something.
You didn't know he was aimless.
Yeah.
And- yeah.
I had no idea.
He's an experienced homosexual.
Yep, because he
He
turned
still
right
is.
around and I
Again.
put him right in with, I knew a girl and I said, hey, well, actually it was a friend of his, but I was like, hey, can you take this nigga? Like, I did literally, like she was like my spouse getting the kid in the divorce. I was like, can you take this nigga? And she was like, no. And I was like, girl, he's about to be homeless. She's like, well, that's what the fuck he's gonna do. But now he's with her. And I was like, I bet you he's over there slinging dick and being a homosexual. Anyway.
I think with this person on Reddit, I think that she wishes he would be better or do things differently, but it doesn't sound like she's willing to tell him. And I get it. Trust me, I get it. You get tired of telling people, but if you ain't even tried to tell them,
Right.
If you've not set a boundary, then why are you complaining that he's not doing his things that you want him to do if you're not going to say anything?
And
about
that's
it?
the thing. I'm looking for her response of saying, yeah, I offered and we did this, but she's not offering any explanations. And I'm like, girl, I don't necessarily know if I feel like he's taking advantage of her. I feel like she allowed it. Because she moved him there. That's the part I'm having the issue with. Because girl, you bought that shit into your own house.
She didn't take enough time after this abusive relationship she got out of
she
to
did
gain
because she
her
said,
confidence.
Yep, she said when my divorce was finalized, I bought that nigga in.
See, and so she took
Oh,
no
we know somebody
time
like that.
to grow and to gain her own confidence. So she's just going to take whatever life throws at her. And this is another thing that life is thrown at her. And it's going to keep happening until she decides that she's going to work on herself without a dude. And you absolutely right.
And that's what happened when you get emotional support dick.
Well, I wish there was a way that I could give that look through the air.
When we have video, we'll do it. They are gonna get so okay. Y'all, when we get video, y'all are gonna be sick of us, okay? Because the way that we be talking with our faces. Y'all really?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no. Oh,
please.
Andy's a goddamn liar. I'm gonna tell you right now because that bitch, she cannot hide a goddamn thing. You can see a grocery list on her face. Okay, she tells you
It's like,
exactly.
ooh, she getting ready to go get plums. I know. I can see it on her face.
She does. I be like, you see how rosy those cheeks are? She's getting apples, rosy apple cheeks. That's what she's doing. Because this bitch, everything registers across her face, and I know me. I just be like. I want you
Your
to see.
eyes.
Yeah,
Your
it's my eyes.
It is
every
her eyes.
fucking time. Every time. And my eyes are huge. So unfortunately, they're like goddamn banners. Like ticker tape.
Okay,
You
but
can
they're
see-
not. But they're not separated.
No,
they're not alien eyes.
Yeah, they're not like that thing on that snow movie with that creature. I don't know what that creature
They're
was.
not independent of each other. They actually are in sync. They will
they
follow
part.
each other.
For the most part.
That would be so trippy if your eyes
that would,
like a
that would
fucking
be disgusting.
a chameleon or a gecko or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Just,
and then she licked it.
that would be both gross and impressive. I would be impressed. I'm like, wow.
Eye licking is disgusting.
Well,
I
it is.
saw that once. Where did I see that? Somebody licking somebody else's eye.
Oh no,
That's
Oh,
how you
no.
get germs in your body.
That's pink
through the
eye.
yes.
I feel like I saw that once. They were cleaning the person's eye. And they were, okay, let me stop talking because I'm grossing myself out
You
right
might as
now.
well just fart in somebody's eye.
I'm gonna tell you something though. She and I both did this when we were growing up. We would put our contacts in our mouth. And
Yes, and then stick it in your eye.
Yes.
Yes, I've seen people do that regularly. And
We didn't know no better.
We sure didn't.
We thought that's what you did. Other people did it. They
Thank
told us
God.
we should do it.
I mean, our eyes aren't perfect, but at least we're not blind now.
We probably should be.
Jesus.
How many times did we sleep in them?
I know.
because fortunately I can't, it's not that I can't wear contacts. I can't even have the wind blowing in my eye, let alone
seen it.
putting a foreign object in my eye.
I'm
Like
trying to imagine the size of the contact.
the size of a fucking dinner plate. You have to put it in the palm of your hand. You have to squeeze all of the juice in your hand and then put the contact on there and then be like, ah!
Jesus.
The size of a fucking dinner plate. That is funny to me. That is funny.
My stomach hurts.
I know, right? That was hilarious. But no, that dating over 40 thing, because
Y'all the real ones though.
yeah, I was about to say, because I'm not monogamous. I have a tendency to always kind of keep a lookout for somebody else, and not because I want to. Like for a while, I was kind of sated, so it was just like, you know, I'm good. I got the one. That's all I have the time and the energy for. I don't want to be like trying to be out here. But as of late, because things are funny and I don't know what's going on, I've kind of been back out there. And here I made a terrible mistake today where I was talking to somebody from I was talking to somebody.
Black Planet? You on Black Planet?
Fuck no. But I feel like this might be an extension of Black Planet of some sort.
Really?
But I think it's OK Cupid. I think it's OK Cupid, but it's just like black.
Okay, Black Cupid.
Both of these niggas said it.
Okay, black ass Cupid.
Start in fucking stereo. Gonna be okay. So I am on two of them. I'm not on OK Cupid, but I'm on Black and I'm on Bumble. This messy
Black Bumble.
Black ass Bumble.
Right? Black Bumble, Black B, Black Bumble. But these two are losing it. They're so funny. So I was talking to one guy on Black. I was talking to a white guy on Black.
That is the most you thing ever.
Because of course he's on there because he likes black women, and I'm like,
is that a fetish of his?
I don't know. At this juncture, I do not care.
Okay,
I don't. You know, I don't. You know, I'm fuckless right now. I'm out here being just wild, and so I'm talking to a white guy on Black, and I'm talking to a black guy on Bumble.
Oh, on white.
Okay, white Cupid.
No, because all of the Cupids, everything is white. All of them are white. Match is white. What's another one? I don't know. Whatever the fuck. They're all white. But
you need to go to Black Farmer.
Farmer wants a black wife.
Only farmers or something.
Right,
Farmers
exactly.
only.
Farmers wife or Christian mingle.
Right. Black Christian mingle.
Yeah, exactly. And even still, no.
Absolutely not.
Girl, please.
But I'd like to see the outfits for.
Them hats gonna be fire.
They will have Steve Harvey
Those profile pictures
all
will be
the
on
way
point.
down. Okay.
The hats will be fire, and they will have pocketbooks with like $8 billion worth of peppermints in it.
Thank you. Lime green outfit. Yes, honey. Get it.
Fans.
Fans, yes. All that.
Shoes with
pantyhose.
the foot fat hanging on the top of it.
Like
brick shoes.
Baking bread in their shoes.
Let me tell you something. I be having so much fun editing these shows because I be reliving these moments and laughing my ass off, just like we were just right there, like we just had this conversation. But why did I say to the one on Bumble, I was like, so how has Black been treating you? And he was like, bitch, you on too many of these things because these are the Bumble streets. I said, oh. I said, well, you know what? Yeah, that's me. I'm out here on these streets.
You should have just said, no, I mean, how has being black been treating you? I know what the fuck I'm saying.
No, I was wrong. I was wrong and I knew it when I did it. I was like, and that's it. Okay, my bad. I'm on all of these shits and I don't give a fuck about what you say. Because on both of these profiles, I'm like, I'm not looking for anything.
You should have asked him if he goes back.
If he goes back to he told me that he does not go back.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. He was like, once you go black. He was like, I'm not doing any of that.
Oh.
It was insane.
He's Gary Owens.
This is the white guy that said that. This is the white guy on Black who said, nah, we not.
That's what I'm saying. It's Gary Owens.
I love Gary Owens.
I do not.
He's okay. Let's put it like this, because he's like in recent years, he's gotten a little meaner, I think. But I think it's probably him just like kind of letting us.
He's projecting because he's going through some shit with his family. Like his kids don't want to.
Right. They don't want to talk to him. Okay, so tell me, because I don't really know.
He cheated.
Of course he did.
He stepped out, and so.
But we know. Everybody knows.
And the fact that he was trying to drag his wife, I don't like the idea of this white man trying to drag this black woman. I don't like it.
About him. So what did he say?
I can't remember what he said.
He was just talking about how he pays all the bills, right. And that basically, I feel like and I will research it later, but I feel like he's basically saying that she shouldn't be talking as much shit about him as she is.
Because he does for her.
Yeah, because he does.
And his kids want nothing to do with him. It's their choice. She's not like...
She's not saying anything about them.
Oh, and she hasn't said anything about... She held her tongue for a long time about their relationship.
He just recently got into a relationship, I think, and I think that's why he's... I don't know. It's messy. It's messy.
And he rubs me the wrong way.
But you gotta think about it for just a second, though, because the fact is that I honestly feel like celebrities should not get married. I really do. Because the fact is that you're moving all the time, you're traveling all the time, you're on set a lot, you're doing all of these things.
I can't disagree with that.
The only reason that you would even get married is because you want somebody at home holding it down. That's it. Taking care of the bills, taking care of the household, maybe making you some kids, you know, so that you can carry on your legacy. But how do you really sustain a love relationship like that?
Right.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Somebody that's on your arm makes you look good. You make them look good. They make you look good. You make them rich.
Right.
But if that was their agreement going into it, then fine. But if they went into it under the guise of we are in this loving, stable, monogamous relationship, therein lies the problem.
See, but that's the thing. Gary married before he was. That's when he married Kenya. That's her name, Kenya Moore.
Yeah.
Not Kenya Moore. But
not Kenya Moore.
Kenya Owens, I guess, at this juncture. I don't know. Kenya something. Duke. That's it. Kenya Duke. He married her before he was. So it's like they'd been together for forever. And I get it, though. I understand that she was like, nope, things are not going to change. He'll be faithful, blah, 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 blah. Honestly, though, I could never see it. I just couldn't see it.
He probably assured her of that as well.
He probably was convicted about that and then he didn't realize something. Yeah.
According to what I'm reading here, he admits that things soured during his divorce from his wife of nearly 20 years. She previously alleged that she filed to end the marriage after Gary was unfaithful, which he has since admitted. So he did admit that he cheated, but it's like, girl, he's away from home all the time. Did you really think that he wasn't going to? You know what I'm saying?
If they had that, if they were both under the impression that this is this monogamous marriage, and he assured her that he would not,
and that's
until given a reason, why wouldn't she believe him?
Yeah, that's a person you trust implicitly.
Yeah.
So I think because they were together before he came up, I think that kind of almost establishes a deeper foundation and makes you think, I was riding with him before he became famous, so he's definitely going to stick with me.
Right. And he's telling me he's going to stick with me, so why wouldn't she believe him? And then he didn't, and it's like, oh, okay. Because before that, I don't know if she had a reason not to trust him.
Right.
Because up here, I think I would go with the lie. I understand that, I know you got to be out there. You were away from home way too much, and when you come back, you're probably not having sex with me. So if you don't, that lets me know clearly that you did something while you were on the road.
So you're saying that would you turn a blind eye? Like you would?
I would. I sure would.
As long as he didn't bring like bad groceries
you better
home.
not bring nothing. Yeah. Keep it simple. Spend the time with me that I want when you're here, because you are away on a regular basis.
Right.
Make me feel assured. You understand what I'm saying?
Don't take away from what we have.
It kind of like the situation I'm in right now. Don't fuck with what I have going on right now. Don't fuck with my shit. I don't give a fuck what you do out there. Here, though, you be here.
Right.
Present. Because I don't see you that often.
Right.
I'm sorry, I triggered myself.
You should have seen her face. Yes. She did trigger herself.
Look I did. I clenched them teeth right down. I'm so sorry.
We heard the clack and everything.
Your jaw's going to be hurting later. Not for good reasons.
I guess we don't know that.
So you were on these dating sites. And
no, I was just going to speak about my experience for the most part. But it's trash. I'm just letting y'all women know. You have to make a really hard decision at this juncture that if you are married and have been married for a long time and you are bored in your marriage, or you thinking that, I don't know.
Maybe the grass is greener.
Yeah, or the kids are gone and we've fallen out of love and we're just, doing
or the
this
sex
thing,
is bad or boring.
or whatever. I would don't go back to the beginning.
Yeah, don't go back to
Don't go back to the beginning because these niggas are trash as fuck. And I think that that's one of the reasons why I'm having a hard time with this whole situation because these niggas are I don't like them.
Right.
I don't like them.
They don't have the emotional intelligence that women do. Okay, I'll get it if it doesn't come naturally to them, but they don't even try to seek it out to be better at it, knowing that women need this.
I mean, don't get it twisted because on the men's side of things, I've also heard that women are trash.
Right.
And
I've seen
because we are, well, I'm saying we, but women are asking for money to be taken care of in some way for them to have an exchange of sorts. That, to a degree, I'm like,
if there's an understanding, though.
One guy was telling me about how he'd been talking to her for a while. When they set a date to go out on that day, she was like, I don't have any gas money. Can you send me gas money? And he was like, no. Like, bitch, I don't know you.
Right,
like, why would I do that? Right. And then she berated him for not giving her gas money. To me, that's wild.
No, that's
I would
insane.
sooner ask one of you niggas for gas money than I would from, you know what I'm saying?
Someone that you haven't even gone out with.
They're right.
Why does that remind me of that woman that went off on the man because he brought McDonald's for his kid and she expected him to bring McDonald's for all the other kids that he did not father?
Which is wild to me because it's like, number one, I really hoped that was a skit because some of these kids be out here doing this stupid shit on TikTok for clicks and shit.
Yeah.
But to a degree, I got that. I understood that because I was like, because that's his little nigga that he took out and he bought the baby home with some McDonald's. If the baby wants to share their fries, they can. But what the fuck is his obligation to buy everybody McDonald's?
All their daddies need to do it.
Well, and what are you doing out here? Okay, and I know that this is going to sound like victim blaming, but what the fuck are you doing out here having 50 baby daddies? You understand what I'm saying? Yep. Settle the fuck down, bitch. Get it together.
So that's what he should have said when she asked for money for gas or whatever.
Right.
So like, get yourself together, reevaluate your life. We'll talk later.
Or something. But out here in these streets, these dudes, they don't know how to have, some of them don't know how to have conversations. Some of them are immediately with the, hey, sexy, God, your pictures are sexy.
And that's
you are
the worst.
Sexy.
That is the worst.
I can't, it's immediate left.
Yeah.
It's like if they even respond to the fact that they've been liked or you sending out a little probe. Hey, how's it going? How's things been going for you on this website or whatever? And if they respond at all, then they better not respond with one word answers. Great. That's an immediate unmatch and a block. Right? So that's an immediate unmatch and a swipe to the left.
If I may interject,
please,
as someone who's been married for 20 years, I don't understand the left and right. So left is
gone, right is stays.
Yes, like I like you.
Yes,
and
toward the right is okay. Swiping toward the right.
Yeah, when you swipe right, that's a good thing. When you swipe left, they're gone.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
So yes, because that's a whole thing on. Like in all of the dating cultures and the what's the other one? Grindr and all of that other stuff.
I mean, it's even in songs now about swiping left.
Oh, not Grindr, Tinder.
I'm pretty sure it's Grindr as well.
I'm sure it is. But yes, a swipe to the left is a negative. A swipe to the right is good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's good to know. As someone
I didn't know either. I've never been on a site.
No, I'm all day, every day. I've just said it's like Christmas almost. It's like, no, I don't want that for Christmas. I want this though. But you had a question though. You were about to say.
No, I was going to say I just don't envy you because I think about now. Let's say my husband becomes Gary Owens, because I don't feel that would ever happen, but it happens. I used to always have one foot out the door and had a plan B. I always had a plan B and possibly a plan C. That's how my marriages work. That's how all my previous relationships work. I always had two at least
ready and waiting in the wings.
Right. I don't have shit right now,
right?
And I haven't had it for over 20 years. So I can't even imagine trying to stick my toe into the dating pool and just see.
Don't do it because you'll get your
toe full of shit.
It's full of acid. You'll get your toe burnt off.
I see internet comments and I'm like, that's fucked up. So I can't imagine dating some of these people. at all. I don't
because
envy
they're
you.
messy. These people are messy, and it's like the stuff that I see right here. Let me go on here right now. I'm gonna show you. Let's see, which one is the one that I don't know. They're all shitty.
So, do you think that the prison pen pals are kinder and more acceptable to talk to than the app people?
So
That's
this
a
is
good
Andi,
question. I'd like to know.
This is Andi being messy. Messy boots. Let me see how much time we got left in this motherfucking show, because Andi just got real messy real quick. So I have a friend of mine. We have a friend of mine who said, hey, I have a friend who wants to prick your brain about some things. And I was like, pick my brain about what? And he was like, I'm not sure. We were having a conversation about you, and I told him about your activism and the fact that you were on your way to law school, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I said, yeah, go ahead and give the guy
talking to me about?
Right. Go ahead and give the guy my information. So a couple of days later, I get a phone call from a number that I don't recognize. See, now this guy's cute. See, this guy's cute.
Oh,
He is cute.
Okay,
He gave me Carlton vibes.
This
so.
thank you, but this picture.
Oh no,
No.
Yep. It changed.
I don't like that hairline.
I don't either. I don't either.
What the fuck?
I don't know what's happening there.
That's kind of cute. I like it a little bit, but there's no words.
Oh,
no.
Notice there's these words right here. He says, we really live in some strange times at this point. I don't know what women want. There's no punctuation, no nothing there.
but
I don't
see,
fuck
but that
with
tells you everything you need to know.
It really is. It really does, though. In all honesty, I judge that shit more than anything.
Right.
So God gave me, I love working out, music, motorcycles, and cars. I love this simple things. I enjoy sunsets and swipe left.
Oh, he's
That
nice.
is like
No, girl.
1974. I love beaches and sunsets.
Right. This one, I don't know.
Why does he look kind of like Shaq?
I don't know. There's no words though. There's no words.
Oh no.
These are the words. I don't fuck with the ones with no words. If you don't have no words on your profile, I'm not fucking with you.
Right.
Now, if you also write a dissertation, I also am not fucking with you.
Ain't nobody got that kind of time.
We don't. Answer the goddamn question and move on. So I get a call from an unknown number. I pick it up, knowing that somebody unknown is supposed to be calling me soon. So I pick it up, and the guy on the phone goes, hold on, my friend wants to talk to you. And
It's like high school or middle school.
Right. And I go, oh,
I was
okay.
like, is he 16?
So the guy gets on the phone, and he was like, hey, Toni, this is my guy, my name. I was totally about to say the nigga's name. This is so-and-so.
We'll call him Penn.
Andi is messy.
In the best way possible.
And so he was like, "It's our friend, our mutual friend." I was like, "Oh yeah." He said you wanted to pick my brain about some things. He was like, "Yeah, well, let's have a conversation." And I said, "Okay, so what do you want to talk about?" And he was like, "Well, I also saw that you were like very beautiful and And I was like, "Oh, okay, all right, okay."
Here we go.
Right. And so then after like a few minutes of like this deadbeat conversation, he suddenly goes, okay, well, I gotta go, so I'm gonna give you a call in a couple of days, okay? And like he starts talking real fast, and I was like, okay, no problem. All right, not a problem. So I hang up the phone. A couple of days later, get the same type of phone call. Hold on, my friend want to talk to you. Okay. And I'm like, hello? And he's like, hey, don't need this so-and-so. Girl, how you doing? This pen. And so, this is happening and that's happening. And I was talking to, and I just wanted to he's just having these conversations, but he's not saying anything.
Yeah.
And so.
Nothing of substance.
Right.
Just word salad.
Right. And so this happens 2 more times, or that time and another time.
Right.
And I'm like, this nigga's not asking me anything.
Yeah.
Like, he got my information. He wanted to talk to me. And then he talks about nothing for God knows how long. And then rushes off the phone.
Yeah.
The third time I get, this is a call from the Maryland State Penitentiary. I said, God damn.
Because her friend did not tell her.
Did not mention that this nigga was in the pen. And I was like, this motherfucker here. So
Them calls are expensive too, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Can we
They
specify that your friend, if we didn't say before, is male?
Yes, my friend is male, and I don't know what the fuck conversation that they had where they had to even bring me up. Actually told that nigga today, why the fuck did you give that nigga my information? Why did you do that? And I was like, it's not like he's been in violation or anything, but I mean, he has been in that he has called me at some of the most inopportune times and so on and so forth. And so I got to the place where like, I don't be out here just having phone calls. So nigga, if you need to say something to me, can you please like put it in a letter? And so he was like, oh,
Or you can text me. Oh. Okay.
Well, wait a minute though, because in the pen,
do.
because they do. They have
do.
that ability, but you have to pay for it. And so I was like, I'm not paying for that shit. Like, I don't know you, and I don't really give a fuck.
And I know you have a job. I mean, you only get 25 cents a day, but you have a job.
Everybody, please read. What's that book? The 13th. What's the book? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You do know. Bye. Oh my God, my brain is so unbraining.
I know the Netflix show 13th Amendment
By Nicole something or other. It was called 13th.
Okay.
Okay.
It was you guys are getting on my goddamn nerves. You guys are getting on my fucking nerves.
Because we can't understand your
It was
She can't finish her sentence.
it was a book about the prison industrial complex.
Oh yeah.
maybe 13. Was it just called 13? Because I think that's what the Netflix documentary was based on.
It was, and I'm seeing the front of the book in my head, but I can't.
You know what
remember
though?
the name
We
of
can't
it.
see that shit.
Yeah, it's not. I know. Not 13. It keeps pulling up 13th Amendment. Fuck you, Google. Nicole. Let me put Nicole and see if it'll pull up anything.
Random
Nope,
names.
it's not.
What
It's
about
not.
Jennifer?
Yeah, no,
Try
that
Heather.
wasn't her name either.
Try Zoe.
And
Ashley Dickerson.
Nicole Ariana. No. That was terrible. I can't remember. I'll put it in the show notes. Fuck these two. So look at both of y'all together. So but yeah, it ends up being that he's in the Fed. And so I persuaded him. I was like, can you write me, please? It just makes it so much easier.
Because I want you to have my address.
I get he already has it. So but you know my motto. Come through if you want to.
I really wish you would. No, seriously, I wish you would.
What does it say? Come through if you want to.
I need a good reason.
Free. Okay. I am struggling with things right now in my life. So I got no qualms setting a nigga on fire. So
Set him on fire.
Yep.
I love that.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Instead of pulling out mace, I'm just gonna pull out a little thing
Man.
of lighter fluid
And
and a
be like,
lighter. Really? You want to fuck with this? You see, I'm crazy.
Look at I done tried to stab out tires, bitch, in the Walmart. Anyway, what was the original question?
My question was, do you find that people in prison are maybe more approachable or have more swag or
I'm gonna tell you something. Usually people that are in prison usually do not have college degrees, usually are not middle class, usually have had fewer opportunities in their lives presented to them.
But do they have swagger?
I couldn't tell you because to me, swag also has to do
mind.
with this, has to do with
the
your
mental.
brain. And if this is defective, I don't give a fuck if you got Obama swag. I can't fuck with you.
I get it. Yep.
That's like top tier swag.
My God.
Obama swag?
Thank you. Yeah.
I have not met anyone who's had
Harvard and swag. Jeez, no wonder. Do you understand? No wonder he couldn't have lost if he wanted to.
No.
So point being is like I personally cannot fuck with it. You can have swag all day, but if you're dumping it in a box of rocks, my pussy dries right up.
Now
it inverts.
It does.
But if they go,
What is wrong with me?
Look at, I will then have inside lips, and then I will choose a vagina lips as opposed to them raggedy, flappy roast beef lips.
Not roast beef. But if they do go in and they come out a better person or more erudite, then I could almost see that. But I don't know. I think it's kind of the luck of the draw when it comes to either pool at this point.
It really is, to be honest with you, because it's like this one here, the one in the pen is currently trying to do something. He's reading books. He's doing this because what the fuck else does he have to do, right?
Right.
So it's, I know that's some disrespectful shit, but it's
I
like,
mean, I was the one saying 25 cents a day.
there
Got a
was
job.
only so many days that you can get up, go watch TV, and then go back and sit down.
My
you know
God,
what I'm saying?
I would hope so. Yeah.
There's only so much before you're like, I need to do something else, anything else.
I could do it.
Yeah. I mean, at this juncture, so could I. But that's because we have lived pretty rich fucking lives.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So to a degree, I feel like he's trying to do a little something, but then you got these people here who, again, it goes back to, what do they know? They don't know what they don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so they don't know better. So when you sit up there and there was somebody that I talked to for a day or two and I kept getting 1 or 2 word answers and there were no questions being asked. I said, oh, okay, not a problem. Unmatched swipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like, nigga, you're cute and everything, but you're not talking. You're not having a conversation. And one of the conversations that I got a date tomorrow with someone whom I'm having actual conversations with. You know what I'm saying? And that was their thing on their profile. They were like, look, if you cannot talk, don't fucking talk to me because I'm not taking that 1 or 2 word answer shit. And I'm also not going to sit here and leave messages and then 3 days later you respond. I'm not doing that shit either. And
I suck at that.
see, and yes, you do, even with your friends.
Not on purpose.
I understand. And look,
It's called object permanence.
Look, we just know, we understand you now. We don't even be trying to make no excuses. We know that that's just what you do. We know if the house is on fire, call Andi. She's more likely to pick up the phone. And then she on the other, and then I don't know, you two have a connection where she will contact you and then you'll respond. I'm like,
hey, lately, every time you've called me, I've picked up.
that is true.
It's only been 2 times, but I did.
And here's the thing for me, like when she's called me and I don't answer, I don't use my phone for phone stuff. I just don't. I usually just use my iPad. I rarely use my phone for anything.
And see, me and this phone is sitting right next to me like it's my girlfriend now. She ain't going nowhere.
Can I make a comment though while we're talking about this? That while you're telling this story, you got your hands like this, and I'm like, that's how you know she's Gen X. Because she's holding it up like it looks like a phone.
Holding the phone to our ear and our mouth, like
She's doing the pinky and thumb
like
thing.
it had a receiver
Think
in
of the
her.
hang loose sign and then put that up to your ear.
Because now everyone's doing this shit or this shit.
Yeah,
or they've
exactly this. I hate that part. That looks like you're putting a dick in your mouth. It's like, oh, let me put this hot dog dick in my mouth.
This is correct. That is, yeah, because we had phones that reached from
From the ear to the mouth.
to the front of the mouth.
Because it was just because I'd listen to her and then I'd see her hand go like start wiggling and I'm like, oh my God, we're old.
Say,
We
now,
should be like, ring.
yeah, exactly. That's what I did yesterday. I was like, okay, pretend when we did the pretend phone conversation. Bring, bring. You know this phone don't go bring, bring. This phone be playing scissors. She be like, hey, girl. Feeling lost, but I like it. I'll be like, oh, hey, girl. Or better still, I'll let it play because I love scissor. So I'll be like, stop interrupting my song. Anywho, but yeah, there's so much. We're running out of time, like way running out of time. But the fact of the matter is that this whole situation is trash. Stay with your husband. I don't know. Unless it's an abusive relationship, stay with that nigga or expand your horizons. If you are going to sit out here and think that you are going to go out here onto these websites or these dating sites and find you a
Forever home.
Thank you. A clean cut kind of guy with a career who has maybe at this juncture over 40, bought a house, has a dog, is just balanced and all of that other stuff, you would be sadly mistaken because these are human beings that have probably gone through divorces or dealt with some trauma that they have not gotten therapy for.
I was going to say that are not in therapy.
Yeah, that they have not gotten therapy for. They are they have been on these websites for probably as long as you have, and you can tell when you have had people who have been on these sites for a while, because the profile will say some shit like, "Don't ask me for money, don't have more than one baby daddy, don't do that." It's like they get on there and start making demands, and that's when I'm like, okay, swipe left, because you've been damaged. Thank you. You've been traumatized by this whole dating site shit. I can see that, but pool is dookie, but it's every now and again you find a gem. It's like kissing frogs. Again, you're gonna have a wart on your lip or two, but I mean,
little herpes number.
I bet it does though.
I was gonna say actually, herpes hurts everyone.
Thank you. I was about to say I feel like people have said that herpes hurts. I would have assumed it does. It does.
Seems like it
like
cracks.
Yes,
stuff,
the crack in your mouth because poor babies. Anyway, that's another story. Point being, I don't know why I do it. I think maybe because I don't have any expectations. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if I do, cool. If I don't, still cool. I'm still good.
Yeah.
I just need a little dick every now and again. That's all. Andy, tell us where they can find us. Tell them where they can find us.
Also, get that on a t-shirt ASAP.
Just every now and again, just need a little.
I just need a little dick
every now and again. That's it. I really don't want too much from you. I don't want your trauma. I don't want your baggage. I want your monkey. I want the monkey in you. That's what I want.
Oh.
No, stop. Don't even try. I've had good monkey dick before. That shit was off the motherfucking chain.
Well,
it was
like gorillas.
I was going to say about that primate.
It wasn't a gorilla. No, this was a jumping up and down. I mean, this nigga was literally catching air. I was like, God damn.
Wait, you did have someone named you called Monkey.
Oh no, I still have her.
No, not her.
Him.
It was a him.
Oh yeah, that was Monkey Dick. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Faux show.
Okay.
Yep. That's.
Okay. Anyway, social media. You can find us on Facebook.com/multiple gab wounds.
And you can email us because we want to hear from you at mgwlistener@gmail.com.
All right, you hoes. We're going to see you again next week for that. For now, though, I have been your host, Toni.
I'm Angie.
And I'm Andi, telling you to drink more water and don't be a hard rock if you really are a gem.
Oh, come on. We out.
Bye.